What is the impact of social media on the public sphere? This is an important question in our modern world. More and more people rely on online communication than ever before. This change allows us to connect globally and share ideas across cultures, which is an important development. However, it also raises important questions. Without face-to-face interaction, non-verbal cues can be lost and messages can be easily misunderstood. The spread of misinformation and the rise of echo chambers can lead to a divided public sphere. I have chosen to explore the impact of social media on the public sphere because it is something that affects the way I and most people communicate. Social media has become a space where people can share news, opinions and take part in debates, changing the way individuals engage with public issues. Never before have we been able to connect with anyone from around the world in a matter of seconds. This exposes us to new viewpoints, ideas and opinions which may reshape the public sphere we once knew. But before I go any further, what is the public sphere? Habermas defines the public sphere as a space for private individuals to come together and discuss public matters free from government control. He suggested individuals come together and engage in democratic, rational debate. The public sphere emerged in the late 17th and 18th centuries. Until the invention of the printing press, coffeehouses, salons and literary societies served as meeting places where men from diverse backgrounds discussed politics, news and literature. However, only wealthy, educated men could usually join, so it wasn't truly inclusive and open, making it a bourgeoisie space. He also has an idealistic idea of a public sphere, as we cannot assume that people will be able to come together to debate in a calm and rational manner, as this is not always the case or possible. With the rise of mass communication and technological advancements, the public sphere may have to be reworked. This is where Manuel Castell's network society theory comes in. Castell defines a network society as a society whose social structure is made of networks powered by microelectronic-based information and communication technologies. This reflects our modern world, where information spreads through the internet and social media, allowing people to share ideas and connect globally, forming a networked public sphere. A network society is the result of changes caused by social movements in the 60s and 70s, such as the civil rights movement and the second wave of feminism.
We thought that the words of the song were so blatant that no one could fail to see that it was ironic.
Officially, they gained equal pay. Now,
this brought up social issues and public opinion, creating a public sphere. And digital technology, such as the development of the personal computer and the dominance of neoliberal economics at the end of the 20th century. Castell emphasises that social media creates networked publics, groups connected through digital networks rather than physical spaces. They act as modern publics where societal issues and information can be shared, for example, Black Lives Matter. However, according to Granham, Castell tends to show technological determinism, suggesting that the emergence of networks is the main force behind social change and shifts in social structures. This undermines the impact that social movements such as the feminist waves and anti-racism protests had on the public sphere. This implies that the effect of social media on the public sphere and opinions may be overstated by Castell. The case study I have chosen to focus on is #BlackLivesMatter, which was created by Lucia Garza, Patrice Cullors and Opal Tometi in 2013, following the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murderer, George Zimmerman. The phrase Black Lives Matter was first used in a Facebook post, and the hashtag Black Lives Matter was created, an example of a networked public sphere. Social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter have become key tools for sharing information about the movement. They allow users to share videos of police brutality in real time, amplifying marginalised voices. The Black Lives Matter hashtag has created a global conversation, steering public debate and leading to large-scale protests. These platforms create subaltern counter-publics where users share experiences, challenge dominant hegemonic narratives and create a unified public. Online movements like Blackout Tuesday showed how social media can form a unified public sphere, strengthening political engagement and global awareness of issues like race, justice and police reform. Blackout Tuesday was a collective action to protest racism and police brutality. It originally was organised within the music industry and took place on Tuesday, the 2nd of June 2020, where users across the world posted black screens in solidarity. This was in response to the death of George Floyd. This movement demonstrates how Castell's idea of the network society and Habermas's concept of the public sphere can deepen our understanding of social media's role in impacting the public sphere. Castell explains how online networks allow individuals to share information, forming a new networked public sphere. This is seen in how Black Lives Matter used platforms like Twitter and Facebook to spread awareness. From Habermas's perspective, the movement reflects the public sphere's ability to allow individuals to come together to discuss and challenge social issues. However, the digital element highlights new problems such as misinformation, algorithms, and commercialisation that can fragment the public sphere and weaken rational debate. This shows that while Habermas's ideas about public discussion are still important, they need updating to apply to today's online world. Analysing Black Lives Matter using these theories helps us to understand how social media can improve and complicate communication. Castell's theory shows how social media and online spaces allow people to take collective action on a global scale via discussion and debate between like-minded people, whereas Habermas highlights the importance of rational, critical debate within these spaces. Both theories show how social media can lead to social change, but also lessen the quality of debate due to bias and misinformation. In conclusion, due to the emergence of mass communication and digital media, public spheres are now also digital spaces as well as physical. However, there are many issues with social media's impact on the public sphere. For example, it creates a digital divide in cases where people do not have access to social media, meaning their voices are not heard. This means that the public sphere is not inclusive. This issue of a lack of inclusivity is further amplified since social media causes small discussion groups due to algorithms, meaning cross-cultural discussion is harder to make possible. Despite this, social media has had a significant impact on the public sphere, opening it up to global discussions, and underrepresented and marginalised groups of people now have a space to be involved in public debate about political and social issues, as they can find communities of like-minded people online, unifying users across the world, which was hard to make possible before the emergence of digital technology and social media in our modern world. Therefore, I think social media has had a positive impact on the public sphere. Although it has negative consequences, overall I think it is a very positive thing, as it has opened up communication on a global scale, meaning normal people can connect with people across the world, which was not possible before.